She doesn't even go here.
Yesterday I did Gucci, and today Fendi, so
It's hot.
Have you seen those TikToks?
Which ones?
Like the ASMR TikToks?
I don't think so.
They're
no.
nasty.
What?
They're like, watch me eat Chick-fil-A. And they'll be like,
Oh.
it's very disturbing.
Yeah, like I know that there is like an ASMR like a niche out there for people that want to listen to food sounds, I guess. Like I know there was like the pickle girl a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's different.
Well, that's like fun.
The snap of the pickle, like it just sounds cool.
Also, ASMR was really big like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I remember being like too late to that. Like I wanted to get involved, but now I feel like it's so like no one really, I don't think people care like they used to.
Okay, is it so weird that it makes me think like ASMR videos need to be on OnlyFans? Like it feels
Like with foot pics?
yeah, it feels foot pic adjacent to me.
Yeah. On some level, I think so. I don't know if
why?
it's sexual though.
It's oddly intimate.
Like it's intimate,
but
yeah.
also intrusive almost. But like listening to people eat is kind of intrusive, you know? Like
Think so?
a little bit. I mean, I listen to you eat all the time, but you're the only person I let that slide.
Yeah, I just like chomp it away.
Except I have to.
Cheetos or something.
It's been so long now, but like, just so you know, sometimes I do, like, if I'm in a bad mood
Yeah.
and you're doing nothing, you're being innocent,
Uh-huh.
but you go,
Yeah. No, I know. You
I'm
snapped
like-
on me like at least once. But I knew it was all.
but I've learned. And also, I realize I do
Me
it to
too.
some degree.
I don't think I like smack my gum. Like if I'm like also chewing gum, like I get annoyed when people are like smacking their gum. But then I also smack my gum like nobody's business. So I can't talk. I can't like judge.
I love that. It's just one of those things you have to accept.
Yeah, definitely.
Anyways.
Hey,
it's Nikki Jensen.
and Brie Piccone.
And we're
Late to the Party.
a weekly podcast about film, fashion, and pop culture from two best friends mentally having a silly goose time. And what year is it? 2023.
What year is it? I know, 2003.
I feel like we're in this weird space because today we are going to talk about like a mixed bag episode, pretty much.
Yeah, I love when we do mixed bag episodes, by the way. I don't know.
Same. We feel very like on the pulse.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so weird because we're going to be talking about like And Just Like That. So is this 2003? We're going to be talking about Jennifer Lawrence. Is this 2010?
Yeah.
Who's to say?
Who's to say?
Yeah. We're just hitting the like decades. We're going to go to 03, then 2013 to 2023.
And then the future.
Yes. We're going to do 2033.
Yeah.
Which I saw, did you see on, it's like floating around the internet right now, but they were like, oh, the Jonas Brothers came out with their 7th album.
No.
Did it
way.
Did it outsell Kelly Clarkson? The answer is no.
Wait, did Kelly Clarkson also release a new album?
She did, I think, because she's doing a lot of like press for it.
Yeah. I was confused because I heard a song on the radio the other day and I was like, this sounds like Kelly Clarkson. And it was. And they're like, this is her new song. I was like, what? What year am I in? I don't know. It's just weird to me. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't really listen. I feel like I like checked out. Like, I love the Jonas Brothers, but it's weird thinking about them making new music. I'm like, how long are they going to go as the Joe Bros?
I don't know. I mean, I see clips all the time of them on tour right now. I think it's so funny how like things change, but they also stay the same.
Right.
Just like in like Fergie says in Big Girls Don't Cry. La da da da. But so there's this like video, or every time I see a video of them performing, like recently, the Jonas Brothers, you know, Nick can sing really well.
Yeah.
Joe is so charismatic. Kevin is always playing guitar or an instrument that I don't think he's actually playing.
Oh, you think he's faking it? Like he's just like someone else is playing off the side, like in Freaky Friday, kind of?
I know sometimes with live bands they do that, but I don't. Every time they're not songs where like you hear an acoustic guitar, but yet Kevin is strumming along on an acoustic guitar and you're like, this is an electronic song. Or like, why Nick's on the piano? There's no other music. Like, why is he on the guitar?
Okay. Gotcha.
So
something doesn't add up.
something doesn't. I'm still on the case. I feel like that's my like vendetta against Kevin Jonas for the rest of my life.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That is fair, I say.
Well, you know, I don't know.
It's not fair, but I'm gonna do it. Oh my god, what was I gonna say though? Like, okay, with Kelly Clarkson, okay, she released What Doesn't Kill You Makes You Stronger like 10 years ago.
Yes.
That's when I stopped. I was
Same.
like, she doesn't make music anymore, except Christmas albums occasionally.
Yes, occasionally. I'm always surprised when I'm like, who sings this? Well, who is this? Oh, Kelly Clarkson? This Christmas song is Kelly Clarkson.
Mentally, she made that Christmas album and just did her talk show, and that's all she does. I know she has a still thriving music career, though.
That's awesome. I mean, good for her, you know?
I feel like that with Drew Barrymore, maybe, too. Like, if she comes back to acting.
Yes.
Is this going to be a Kelly Clarkson situation?
Isn't she coming back, though?
Is she?
I thought she was having a new movie coming out with Adam Sandler or something. Am I making this up? Or did this already happen? Am I making this up? Hold on. Let me fact check myself.
Again, I know they came out with one in like 2014. So maybe are we doing that time jump again? Are we mentally in 2014 now? We're just like boop, boop, boop. What do you think about Drew Barrymore and Adam Sandler collabs?
I love them. I think they have great on-screen chemistry. And they're both kind of similar where they're like kind of awkward but charming. I don't know. I love it. I'm here for it. I love The Wedding Singer.
I love The Wedding Singer.
Yeah.
That's like a comfort movie for me. But I'm a big Adam Sandler, like low-key Adam Sandler stan.
Same. I always think that I'm not. I'm like, I don't know, because sometimes I find him annoying, but then I'm like, he's so lovable. Like,
I love his fashion.
Yes.
He can rock basketball shorts like no one else.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, like I go through a breakup or something. Like he's my comfort movies.
Yeah.
Where I'll be like, yeah. It's usually Big Daddy or Wedding Singer though.
I get it. The Wedding Singer has really grown on me.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I could just listen to that intro with what's her name? Not Rosanna. Is it Rosanna Arquette? But no, it's Alexis Arquette. I think Rosanna Arquette.
Oh, yeah. I was like, wait a second.
It's Alexis Arquette.
Alexis.
Patricia Arquette, the medium.
Patricia, I know. I was like, wait a minute. Which Arquette?
But singing like Culture Club.
Do you really wanna hurt me? Yeah, that's like the best. I don't know. That's one of my favorite parts of that movie.
And she keeps singing it again and again. And Steve Buscemi is like in love with her. I dig it.
Okay, so I looked up like if they're making another movie. It says it's a matter of finding the right story. She spoke with ET Canada about her on-screen future with Sandler, and they are actively seeking their next film together, and that was in March 2023. So,
word. I have a hot take.
Yeah.
Can I just say it on mic?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Brie, don't hate me.
Okay.
Love The Wedding Singer. 50 First Dates. I enjoy it.
Yes.
Should have stopped. Stopped there. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore are good together, but they're not like I'm done.
You don't want any more.
We don't need any more Kelly Clarkson albums, and we don't need Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore to come back together.
Yeah.
I want to see another Uncut Gems or like a Punch Drunk Love from Adam Sandler.
Ooh, okay. Some serious acting. Yeah.
I want to see Drew Barrymore.
I want to see more Click.
Yeah. Yes. Bring back Christopher Walken. I want to see... Okay, Click, if we're just going to go on a tangent, Click is kind of like the Medea of Adam Sandler movies.
You mean like it's more serious than you think it would be? Like there's more takeaways. Like it's not just a comedy.
He's like in Tyler Perry movie territory with Click. It's like I Can Do Bad All By Myself.
Yeah.
Do you remember that with Taraji P. Henson?
I love that movie. Yeah.
That was my first foray into Tyler Perry movies. And I thought because Medea was in it, it was going to be like a Medea's Halloween.
Yes,
like
you thought it was going to be like a romp.
And I was like, why is this so serious? Why am I crying right now? And I feel like that's like with Click.
Yeah, exactly.
There's like one funny moment, and that's like when Medea makes an appearance.
Right, because it's Adam Sandler. You expect it to be like a silly, goofy time.
Yeah.
Then you're like bawling your eyes out.
Yeah.
Imagine being in the movie theater seeing that.
I was in the movie theater.
Oh, wait, you were?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was a switcheroo.
Dang.
For sure.
Okay, I gotta be honest. So if we're talking about comedies, I saw No Hard Feelings last night.
Yes!
I thought it falls into that category for me, the Medea click Adam Sandler category, where I thought, oh, it's going to be really funny. I saw the previews. I think it's going to be real. I love the slapstick of it all. Mm-hmm. It was funny. But it had some serious moments that resonated with me. And I was like, dang.
That's what everyone says. And I don't understand. I'm like, this is just a raunchy, fun comedy.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
But give me your review, because I'm on the Jennifer Lawrence train.
Okay. Well, I loved it. It was refreshing. I loved seeing Jennifer Lawrence on screen, and also just kind of in a like a main role. Like, you know, like I feel like she's been in so many films. Obviously, we know her from Hunger Games, and then like I feel like she was cast in all these like I guess they were kind of like dramas, romantic comedy dramedies.
Lots of dramedies.
Dramedies, yeah.
I feel like for the first decade of her career, besides being Katniss, she played people that were at least 10 years older than her.
Right. I mean, and she did a good job, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I felt like this was just like different. Like this, she could have like a lot of fun with it, but I felt like her character was still down to earth and relatable in a lot of ways. I feel like this movie was a great mix of, like, I thought it would be a lot more raunchy, to be honest. Like, but it's not. It's like, I don't know. It just hits all the right beats for me.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really liked it.
Awesome. I saw it a couple weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But like, I'm here for this comeback of Jennifer Lawrence. Like, I'm obsessed with her career because it's so different. I feel like she's bucking all the typical like ingenue,
yes,
you know, trappings, because she starts her career at such a young age. I feel like she's like, I don't know if she was like 15 or 16, but she moved from, you know, like Kentucky to New York to be a model, and then became an actor. So like super young. Mm-hmm. And she just right away did all these David O. Russell films and got the Oscar for Silver Linings Playbook. And I feel like we just got tired of her persona. And like the Hunger Games were so big, yada yada. But we never got to see her as like a true, because she is one of those people that fits this ingenue role like 100%.
Yes.
And she's like funny, she's charismatic, she's beautiful, she's young. And then I feel like she has a kid, turns 30, and then the tides shift. She's like, oh my God, she's still young.
Yeah.
She's so fashionable.
Yes.
She's going to be a movie star now. We're finally getting it. And she's done her like Darren Aronofsky mother. She's done all these things. She's got the Oscar. Mm-hmm. Now she's going to be in a slutty Reformation dress. You know.
I love that.
Causing chaos.
I love it. It is cool to see like her, like I do feel like she still is like this ingenue, which is interesting because a lot of times they're like, oh, once you reach this age, like you're not really considered an ingenue. But I feel like she's like, I don't want to say she's aging in reverse exactly, but she just something about her is so like effervescent and lively. Like her personality like shines through. And I think, I don't know, I feel like it's going to be a good time for her. Like,
she's the new Sandra Bullock. Yes. If she keeps, I hope. I know in her Hot Ones, it doesn't seem like she is so focused on being a movie star. It's just like project to project.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Are we on the precipice of like a Sandra Bullock? Because Sandra Bullock didn't become like this leading lady until she was in her late 20s, early 30s.
That's true.
Are we getting the goods?
I hope so.
Because Sandy B didn't start off like, she was in Speed and Demolition Man, but she started off kind of lagging, and then all of a sudden she's 30 and in Miss Congeniality.
Flirty and thriving.
Yeah, she's popping up. I hope for J-Law we get this.
I hope so too. I think we will. And I think it's so cool. Like I didn't realize she had produced this like No Hard Feelings as well. Like
a Sandy B.
Yeah. So maybe she'll be doing more stuff like that, you know?
Oh my God, your mouth to God's ears.
Maybe she'll be in a movie with Sandy B. What is Sandy B up to these days?
Anything she wants.
Yeah, true.
She's always
she's
thriving.
Yeah.
I just hope she's happy.
Same. If you're out there, Sandy.
I also hope Jennifer Lawrence is happy. I feel like it's like once in a blue moon. Like we were talking about before, how we are in a star drought.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Lawrence is here to save the day.
I know. Like, did we cast her in our fictional Charlie's Angels, right? I feel like that was you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good pick. But there's not much out there. I really do agree. Like, I'm like,
And also but I feel like timing and age is different because we are in our later 20s right now. And I feel like as millennial or young millennial, zillennial, you know, even like elder Gen Z people, we feel like, or I don't know if I don't want to generalize.
Right.
I don't know if you feel this way too.
Yeah.
But it's like we're on the cusp of like the generation before us and even like older millennials to some degree being like, oh yeah, at 30 or at 28 you expire, right? 28 you expire. But I think we're on the precipice of that being like the time.
Yeah. I hope so.
I mean, yeah. Hopefully for us.
For us, yeah.
For sure. But no, but like with Jennifer Lawrence or with dude, even the girl who plays Lily in And Just Like That. Do you know how old she is?
Wait. Oh, Lily. Is she like in her 20s? 22? 25? 26?
27.
Oh, wow.
This bitch is 27.
Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like in No Hard Feelings too, like Jennifer Lawrence. She's like, you know, I can be like,
she's like, I'm 29.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was funny. Like,
is that going to be me in a couple years being just like, won't say I'm 30?
I know. I always think of like The Nanny, like growing up watching The Nanny and how she'd be like, I'm 29. And they're like, oh, it's your birthday again. I'm still 29. And I'm like, oh, is this how it's going to be? But she looked fabulous.
For sure. It's going to be me.
Yeah.
But that just means we need to enjoy the 27, 28s, 29s.
Yeah.
Like as a PSA. It's like not too late. I'm tired of this narrative.
So sick. Yes. Enjoy your 20s, people. Your early, mid, all of it. Like, don't feel old. Don't waste time. It's a trap.
It is a trap. And I feel like we learned nothing. If I want to do anything from this podcast, Brie, is I want us to celebrate the Jennifer Lawrences, the Sandy B's, and, you know, tap into these rom-coms, right?
Yes.
Sandra Bullock always is playing like a 28-year-old, right? She's a mess, but then she comes into her own.
Yes. We
should all strive for that.
Exactly.
Not this girl boss narrative of having it all together by the time you're 25.
That's bullshit.
Not fun.
No, it's not fun.
No.
Too much pressure.
To segue into And Just Like That talk, I feel like we gotta embrace our Carrie Bradshaw. Because now that we've watched And Just Like That, we can see how the tables can turn sometimes. And if you're a serious girl boss, when you're, you know, 25, you're going to become like Miranda Hobbs.
You're going to have regrets.
We thought she was so cool. We should all be Mirandas in the original series.
But
I think it's a warning. I
think so too. Her character really is a warning, especially like the second season, I feel, because they even talk about it in one of the episodes, I think, when she's going to get like a tattoo. And he's like, you know, are you just doing this to like rebel against like all those years of like, you know, just never like doing anything but going to your corporate job and all this stuff? I don't know, whatever this like girl bossing idea of that is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is
it worth it?
It is. I don't know. I don't know. Let's talk about it. Just like,
all right. Yeah, let's get into it.
And Just Like That season 2 premiered a couple weeks ago. I've been watching right now as of recording. We've seen up until episode 4, which dropped the other day.
Yes.
What was it called? It wasn't called Splat. It wasn't that good of a title, but it's Ick. No. Blank. It's something like that.
I'll pull it up. I have it right here. It is Alive.
Vivant. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was pretty funny, though. Like, the latest, episode 4 was pretty funny in general.
I think Okay, in general, my thoughts on And Just Like That, season 2, it feels like a dream.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like a dream in the way that, in your dreams, how it's like reality, but different. It almost feels like an SNL sketch.
Yeah.
Like everything is in your real life, but it's not quite the same. And everyone acts a little bit out of character. And there's weird plot points in your dreams that like don't make complete sense, but you're going to roll with them.
Roll with it.
Or like, you're like, to make it through this dream, I'm going to have to just question this.
Yeah.
I feel like that's And Just Like That.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is kind of like a dream. I know, like, that this season, they wanted it to be lighter.
It's so weird.
Yeah, it's like a little all over the place.
It's like this would have made sense if Michael Patrick King, after Sex and the City 2, left the series and wasn't there anymore and they had a new showrunner. It feels like that energy.
But he's still in it,
he's
right?
Still in it.
Which is confusing.
He's still writing.
Yeah.
But everything, like, continuity, there's so many continuity errors now.
Yes.
Like, everything's a bit off. And it is like Michael Patrick King and SJP. Like, what are you doing?
What are y'all doing? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, I get it in some respects. In others, it's so interesting about, I don't understand so many things, but the big one is, why try to be so woke? We're in 2023. Is this still like a boomer thing?
I was gonna say, I think it's from a different, yeah, I think so, yeah.
Because like being woke is so 2020. Like, we're done.
Yeah.
Also, we know, or not we know, but I could see Charlotte being woke and cringe. Or, like, woke and enlightened in a weird way.
Yeah. I was going to say, she's the only one that seems pretty grounded, like, to me, that isn't, I don't know, they haven't really messed up her character, you know?
No. But, like, Miranda, I think Miranda would either be, like, and I know Cynthia Nixon is also, a lesbian, but, like, Miranda, based on the series, would either be a TERF, or be, like, just realize she's a lesbian. Like, not realize, but, like, be like, oh, I'm gay. It's this,
there's, like, something
Diaz
wimpy
is weird
about her, too, in this, and just like that. You know what I mean? Like, she seems so lost, and I feel like in the series, like, the original series, she seems so sure of herself. And I get, like, different life stages, maybe people go through things, but it's just, like, it's confusing to me. Maybe it's like the continuity issues, like you're saying. I don't know. Is it just Che?
It's Che. It's Che. Also, because I've listened to so many interviews now with Michael Patrick King and now Sarah Ramirez. Like, everyone's like, that's involved with the show is like, everyone loves Che. And I'm like, no, they don't. Where are you guys? What in the world? This is why it feels like a dream. It's like, I feel like the general public and even queer people are like, we hate Che. And MPK is like, what? You love Che? You want more Che? Let's go. Yeah.
I do. I have mixed feelings on Che. Like, I feel like there's positives and negatives. You know what I mean? I'm like, sometimes it's like too over the top. Like, I don't know. Che's a little over the top. And it's just, it does feel like a caricature sometimes. Like, Che feels like, I don't know. I'm like, is this, it's almost like, it's a little meta because in the second season when Che has the show,
Che Pasa?
With Tony Danza, it feels like a show within a show. I don't know how to describe it, but like, maybe it's the idea of being woke again, just drilling that in. Like, I feel like maybe they don't have to say it. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, relax, everybody.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like the original series was so problematic in a way that gays love. Okay, I mean, Brie, just, we can edit this out.
Yeah.
You're my queer consultant.
Yeah.
The gays love the original series and love the camp of the movies, right?
Right.
we're all hate watching at this point, but kind of comfort watching. It's like,
yes, it is a bit of both.
Yeah, it's a very confusing thing. We're tuned into And Just Like That. The gays, more than the straight, like, don't like Che Diaz. Because MBK, as a gay man, has written a character, and I know it's based on Sarah Ramirez, whatever.
Yeah.
But Che is not funny. Che is not fashionable. Che kind of treats Miranda like a fuckboy.
Yeah.
Che is very self-absorbed. Like,
yeah.
So what is this message about the only, like, non-binary, pansexual person?
Yeah.
They're getting the worst bits.
Yeah.
Is that the point?
I don't know. I don't know what the point is. I think Che just exists just for the purpose of, like, Miranda having, like, not a sexual awakening. I don't know the right words, but you know what I mean? Like, just to maybe realize some things about herself. But I don't know if it's, like, you're right. Che is kind of self-absorbed to a degree, which is, like, fine. I mean, but, you know, it's like Miranda, she has all these things going on. Like, she does have a kid. Like, there's certain things where you're like, is this realistic? Like, is this gonna last? I don't know. Like, is she gonna end up with Che? Like, I don't know. Is she just having a midlife crisis? Has she not had enough excitement in her life? Is Che just, like, excitement because she's like, ooh, look, I've got some weed? Like,
is she gonna get... Maybe that's just the point, and this is all for us. Like, this is, like, high camp. This is for us to, like, be like, oh, we hate Che. We love Che. We hate Che.
To bring us all together on something.
Yeah, just to soothe the nation. Just bring us all together.
Yeah.
Except every time there's Che criticism from the And Just Like That camp, it's always like, well, you're homophobic. You're this, you're that if you don't like Che, which is very weird. It's very 2020.
No, I think Che isn't, like, the most likable character in general, but I don't think it has to do with their gender. I think it's just the attitude that Che has. Like, but there is something about Che. Like I said, I have mixed feelings. Like, I think Che can be charming, and I could see how you could get swept up in that.
Sarah Ramirez is beautiful.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing I have to say. I like the chaos.
It is
of
kind
Che.
of fun. Yeah, like, I mean, there's ups and downs. Like, but it's Che's there. It's you just have to deal with it.
It's Che's world. We're just living in it.
We're just living in it, yeah.
I also don't understand, is it Dr. Nia Wallace? That's her name, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't they make her queer? Like, she
should have been the queer character. I agree. That would have been so cool. Like, I don't know.
That would have been more on par with, like, the series, right? And that would be, like, the New York, the, like... That would have been hot.
She's also in line with Miranda a lot more, like, in their work ethic and what... like, I don't know. I just feel like that just would have been so good. But it is what it is. We've got Che.
I'm ready for Steve to go off. Like, this last episode.
He's punching back. He's like, hey, Miranda. He doesn't say anything really. He's just like punching. I don't know.
Can you imagine being Steve? I'm so ready for being justice for Steve. Can you imagine? Because I know now they're, taking Brady to therapy.
Which, that therapy session didn't solve anything. That therapist needs to be fired.
Yes. That therapist looked younger than us.
Right? I was like, wait, what? Like, she looks like the same age as Brady. Yeah. I was like, what?
Why is this child?
Yeah, she's like, okay, do you have anything to say? What about you? How do you feel? Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready for Steve to be like, you left me for the Che Pasa lady.
Oh my God. You know what would be really wild? Che and Steve.
Oh my God. Well, honestly, I don't know his character's name, but now that they've brought in Che's husband,
yes,
who's played by Oliver Hudson,
right,
who's hot, and with Sarah Ramirez is kind of hot too. Like, I'm ready for them to get together, but we don't need another character plot line.
We don't. No, there's too many. Like, there's enough. There's a good amount. It's the right amount. I mean, I like knowing more about the other characters, like the new characters. you know? But
I do, but also, like, I would have loved an Anthony storyline.
we still don't know much about Anthony.
Yeah.
That's true. We just see him here and there. He's more like the side character now. He's like...
Justice for Anthony as well. I want to know more about Steve.
Yeah.
I know that's again with the woke thing. I know they needed to bring people of color into the fold.
Yeah.
But like Nia Wallace not being Miranda's love interest, it's like, why is she here? Because they had to write her in to be friends with LTW and Charlotte. Like they had to like filter them in a weird way.
Yeah.
And then I like LTW though. We got to keep her. And I like Nia Wallace. I just think like, why not take care of the characters you already have?
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to all be woke. We
Yeah.
understand that like Sex and the City has so many blind spots.
Yeah. I think, if you are going to write a character in, there probably are better ways to do it, or things that make sense and not just like, oh, they're just on the side too. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like I really like Seema.
Love Seema.
I love seeing more of what's going on in their lives too. Like it makes it more interesting, but I think... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they were too busy writing about Che. Like,
because it's Che's world. Man, the Che effect is real. This must be stopped.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, you're like, no, keep it going.
No. It's just like Che's been there. It's like so weird because now what do you do with like, and the like having Che as the producer, or no, not the producer, but a co-host in the podcast at the beginning. Like that whole plot point is so weird to me because then the podcast just dissolves. And can we just talk about Carrie for a second and what is going on with her life and her career?
Please.
Like, I'm so confused. Like,
I love we got to see the J.W. Anderson pigeon clutch though for real.
yes, that was fabulous. I love her fashion. I understand she's grieving and stuff, but I'm like, I feel like her character, like, it kind of sucks because it's like, girl's just going through it. And then I'm like, how did she lose a podcast over like one ad? Like, it doesn't make sense.
No. Also, yeah, what is the whole, you were talking about the first podcast I had, was it Yumi and Z?
I was going to say Dupree, but
Yumi and Dupree?
Yeah, something, I don't, yeah.
Che and Bobby Lee.
Che and Bobby Lee. That was the name of the podcast, yeah.
Plus SJP.
Yeah.
Or Carrie B, I guess.
Oh, Carrie B.
Carrie B. But like, I guess, okay, they're trying to make Che happen.
Yeah.
But besides that point, like that point aside.
Well, but I just want to say, I think Che's more likable in the first season. Anyway.
I think Che is a disease.
All right.
But like, I'm also infected, so I'm like down with it. Like, I need to finish this. Honestly, that is the plot point where I'm like, well, Miranda's got to leave Che eventually.
Some point, yeah.
Is Che gonna get back with her their ex-husband?
Yeah, I'm very confused about that too. Like,
also, sorry if I've been misgendering Che. It's they.
Yeah,
they. I know. I'm like
the show producer.
I'm like the show producer. I'm like Tony Danza. I'm like, I don't care if you're they. Come what may. My little cannoli.
I love the fact that Tony Danza is just in this show in general. Just like, I don't know. It's such an like the people that they get to just make cameos is like, I don't know. It's really fun.
I do think it's really funny. The whole Che Pasa situation.
Oh my god, it's like K-pasta, but Che Pasa. I just put that together. Oh my god.
That's so cringe, but I get that's the joke. I get the joke of Che Pasa. Mm-hmm. It doesn't sit right with me that Che's not funny going to the Comedy Cellar and like working out bits.
Yeah. And now has a pilot for a TV show. Yeah, it's something doesn't... I feel like a lot of things just don't add up. Like I was saying, I feel like that doesn't add up.
And they're like, they're a comedian, not an actor. And I'm like, you use comedian in air quotes.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were saying anymore.
Well, I was going to say, back to Carrie.
Yes, back to Carrie.
And just like plot points not making sense. Like I don't understand, because we talked about what we were anticipating for the second season and just like what we were predicting, like what's going to happen with Carrie, what's going to happen with the podcast. Because they give her a podcast for like literally like one, maybe 2 episodes, if that.
Why is Carrie Frasier?
Yeah.
Have these people never... Yes. Wait a second. Michael Patrick King and the showrunners have a podcast every week recapping And Just Like That. They know how a podcast works. Why is this Frasier?
Why? Yeah, she literally... Okay, because we were saying, Sex and the City, her original column that she wrote, right? She's a writer, first off. But, like, all she does in her podcast, which is called Sex and the City, is answer listeners' questions about relationships or whatever. Like, what is she? Like a guru? Is she? Yeah, like she's there to listen to people's problems. But what does she have to say? We still don't know what she has to say. We know she writes a book, right?
About like the Big's death.
Yeah, which is fine. And I get like in this second season, and she's doing the audio book. Like there's that whole thing. She's grieving. It makes sense. But why focus so much time on it? And why focus time on this podcast if it's not even going to exist? Like, why? I don't know. I'm just confused about her career, like what she does. I mean, I'm sure she's made money because she's Carrie Bradshaw, but it's very nebulous. They're like, okay, go in the studio, say a few lines. Okay, answer some listeners' questions. And that's that. Like, it just, there's something about it where you have to just suspend the disbelief.
For sure. You know, it's so, to that point, you know, the first episode, the first episode,
yeah, I remember.
It's called Met Q.
Yeah.
And they talk about the Met Ball.
Okay, I love that aspect of that episode.
See, I hate it because...
Oh, wait, no, I don't. I think I know what you're saying. Never mind.
Okay, I enjoyed the episode, but they're obviously saying the Met Ball.
Yes.
Because I guess Condé Nast is not here for them talking about Vogue anymore, so I guess you can't say the Met Gala.
Yeah, what is that about?
Yeah, it's not the Met Ball, so why couldn't they say it? But also in the Sex and the City movie, it's so Vogue heavy. Who burned a bridge with Anna Wintour or Condé Nast?
Yes.
Because, okay, you know how they do the run-through with Vogue now? If they were still tight with Vogue, and Just Like That creators and, you know, showrunners, that would be a better intro because Carrie could be doing the Vogue podcast.
Yes.
Giving like sex advice. Like she could still be in the Vogue universe. Enid could still get kicked out of Vogue.
Right.
You know, everything could still work like that. But no, it's like an off-brand Sex in the City.
Yes.
What is up? Even with the needle drops, Brie. Like the first time in this first episode of season two. Yeah. Sorry, I feel like
you said two.
I feel like I have like a different accent now. Sorry, I'm trying to make my point because it's been settling under my skin for weeks.
Just let it all out. Let it out.
This is like this is like
I'll be like, Carrie, I'll listen to your problems.
You're like the therapist, Brady's therapist, who's like, yeah. What is up with that Hold Me Closer needle drop? I knew we were trouble the moment that played.
I loved it. I thought it was refreshing and fun. I mean, it was a little weird though, but it just, I liked that it was like a montage of, we were talking about we wanted more sex in the city. And
so they were like,
they gave it to us, you know? And I don't know, but it was a little cheesy. It did go on for a little too long. I don't know what other song they would have had.
It was no labels or love, and it was no click flash.
You wanted labels or love? Like, while they're making out? Like, while they're...
No. Well, you know what's so funny about the series? And I know this is different, but the series is very, like, old school music. Like, lots of 70s needle drops. Lots of, you know...
Yeah.
New York State of Mind, you know?
I know what you're saying. Little jazz flute.
It's very, you know... not retrograde-y, but you know, they like play a lot of 70s bop. They're not in the 90s. And this is very much, it's like 2023.
Yeah.
Which it's more in line with the movies.
Yeah. You know what confused me too? Like Carrie getting COVID. It felt like too late. Too much time has passed. Everyone wants to forget about COVID at this point. And I don't know if they record or did they like tape this in 2020 or something?
2022.
Oh, well, maybe it's, you know, maybe things in the city are different. I don't know. Like, maybe.
I feel like nowadays, though, if you were like, I can't come in, I have COVID, they'd be like, we will wear a mask.
Yeah, just come in. Yeah.
Just come into the studio.
Also, you're in a studio. There's no one. You're in the room by yourself. They set up the mic or whatever, and you go in. You're in glass. Like, there's someone on the other side of the glass. Like, unless you're... I think she was pretending to just
be sick.
But
I don't know if you can use COVID. Like, even last year, as someone that has actually had COVID...
Yeah.
Like, no one cares. In 2022, when I was like, I have COVID, they cared for a hot second, and then it was like, okay, well, like, so?
Yeah.
Come back in.
It just felt out of place. Like a little date. I'm like, wait, now they're talking about COVID? Like, what?
Such a weird timestamp.
Yeah.
But I love Seema and the Birkin storyline.
I love that, too, because I feel like it harks back to that episode where Carrie gets mugged, you know, in the original series.
And the Miranda with the Birkin.
And, yeah. Miranda?
Not Miranda. Samantha.
I was like, wait a minute.
Sorry, that's that MPK brainwashing. That's the Che effect. I'm like, who's Samantha?
Who is she? I still haven't forgotten about her. I'm like waiting for her to pop up, but...
Color me curious. Oh, but speaking of needle drops, hated Hold Me Closer.
Yeah.
But in the same episode, I love the Susie and the Banshees, Hong Kong Garden, when she opens up the dress. Vivian Westwood?
I will have to rewatch. I did not clock that. Honestly, I had these needle drops, I think, went over my head. I don't know if it's the Che effect.
You're like, it's great. It's fabulous. But I'm just holding out for Che. Yeah. You're like Miranda. You're like, I know things are tough. I know things are going bad around me. But
yeah, it's like Che's the solution to all her problems. Che's like a drug. Like,
is Che your drug, Brie?
Maybe. No, I don't know. I don't think so. Yeah.
You're like, I don't think so.
I'm not literally Miranda, you know, as much as I like identify. There's a line I have to draw.
That's what Miranda says. She thinks she has all the control, but then every moment you get, you're like, but I kind of like Che. Oh. Can we talk about, speaking of Miranda... So I feel like this is the elephant in just like that room.
Oh,
can we talk about Miranda and the strap-on?
Oh shoot, yeah, I blocked that out. Because I think that was like the first episode. I blocked a lot of that first episode out. Now that I've seen the other ones, yeah, that was something
wild.
That was a little cringy. Like, yeah,
wild,
very wild. Yeah,
I feel like that's a moment I'll never forget.
Yeah. That and her wiggling out of that, like, what is it? Like, the deprivation tank? Or what is that thing called?
My sensory deprivation
Sensory deprivation, yeah.
She wiggled out of there like a wet seal.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I think it's so funny, too. That's the last time. I don't know if the actors, like, in their contracts, but, like, the first episode we see a lot of, like, boobs and like naked characters.
Yeah.
And then it stops.
Yeah. I noticed that too. They're like, we're going to give you a lot of sex in this movie. Just kidding. No, we're not. Just the one up. That's it.
You get the one.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a brunch time storyline about jizz. We're going to do that for you.
That was funny though. That reminded me of some of the old school, like how their conversations would go and it'd be like, oh, whoa, who said that? And then Samantha would be saying something. Yeah. She'd be like, oh, honey, whatever.
I was into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, that's it.
That's it. Yeah. Spicy as it gets.
This is and just like that. There's no sex in this setting.
I know. I was like upset too. Like Carrie, again, just like, I don't know. Like I want her to have an exciting time. Like I feel like I keep waiting for Aiden to show up or something to happen and nothing has happened. The podcast producer guy was really hot.
Yeah.
And they had a lot of chemistry. And I thought there would be something happening there. No, they got rid of him. And maybe it's just because Aiden's going to be there soon.
Maybe. But and his name was Franklin.
Oh, his name was Franklin?
Yeah.
Is that a red flag?
I don't know. Would you want to hook up with a guy named Franklin?
Is it because of the turtle?
Yeah. It's a little bit like the turtle. Like you can't hook up with a guy named Caillou.
Oh, God.
Or Elmo. You know, those are off limits.
Yeah. But you could, like, give him a nickname.
Frank.
Frank?
Lynn.
I don't don't know. I thought he was hot.
I thought he was hot too.
Yeah, he was like the hottest character we've seen in a while.
I know. I'm waiting with bated breath for Aiden.
Yeah.
And now Carrie doesn't smoke and she's like no fun.
Oh, she doesn't smoke?
I don't think so.
Was she smoking in the first season?
I believe so.
Was she just quit?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Did she just say, I'm going to quit? Did I miss something?
I think so, because remember when she's in that whole babushka garb and she's with the glove?
Yes.
I guess that was the last time we see her smoking. So maybe it was just like, that's a lot of work to get your cigs.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah, I knew something was missing.
She doesn't smoke. So now she's boring enough for Aiden. So.
Dang.
Oh my God, no, they're not going to do this, are they?
What?
Okay, so if Aiden comes back into the fold, Aiden and Steve own Scout, right?
Yes.
Is Dr. Nia Wallace going to hook up with Steve and it's going to cause a rift in her and Miranda's friendship?
She wouldn't do that.
That'd be a fun story. Like, keep it in the city. Don't go to LA. That's always a bad time. We should have learned from Samantha going out there for Smith Jared.
True.
Bad news.
Yeah, how long are they going to be in LA? Like, how long is Miranda going to be in LA? I don't know.
Are they just done with that? Because now Che's back in their apartment.
Right. I guess they're done with that. That'd be spicy, though. Steve and Nia.
I'm into it.
Yeah.
To cause some drama. But, like, drama, like, if they're going to create, like, if they're going to have all these side characters.
Yeah. There needs to
treat them right.
Yeah, treat them right. Give them something.
Yeah.
And Nia deserves something. You know, like.
What's his name?
Broke
Andre?
up with her man. Yeah. Yeah.
Which, good. See you. If you're going to, like, choose a girl with, like, a 2012 hipster hat.
Yeah.
Then see ya.
Right? I think she was in the right.
I think so, too.
Yeah. Also, how do you say to someone, yeah, no, I haven't cheated yet? Like, that's like.
It's almost worse.
Yeah. You're like, okay.
It's like, don't think. Why are you thinking about it so much?
And all because he wants babies, though? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like a weird... So what, you gonna have babies with some random girl? Is that...
That's always how it goes, Brie. Like, you know, like, you break up with someone and the next thing you know, they're married with kids.
People are weird.
So weird.
I don't get it.
Yeah, very weird.
Yeah.
Anything else on Aunt Jess like that?
I don't know. It does feel like a dream, like you said, and I just don't know... I have no idea what to expect. I'm just along for the ride. I'm having fun watching. I'm trying to take it not too seriously, because what can you do?
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's like a fun dream. It's also like, I'm hate watching, but I'm like, it's comforting to see these characters again. I'm into it. I want to watch more.
Yeah.
It's complicated, but I'm into it.
Same. Yeah. I'll be watching.
For sure. You know who would fit really well in the role of like a Samantha surrogate? Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah?
Just to circle it back to J-Lo. I feel like she could be Samantha in like 20 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like that same kind of personality.
She has that energy.
She does. And that confidence.
Love it. She's happy being naked.
Yeah,
as we've seen in No Hard Feelings.
Right. That scene was hilarious too. Like, who fights someone while they're naked? Like, it's just, I don't know.
I love the sound effects when she's just naked and like hitting the dudes.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just bizarre, but I'm here for it.
Yeah. She was my hero in that moment.
She's my hero in life.
Yeah.
Just, I don't know.
When she ate those wings.
Yes. She's like, what did she say? She's like, what?
She's like, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Oh.
Love how she rocks a headband.
Yes.
Maybe that's what we need. Like, Charlotte needs to wear some headbands. Or, like, someone needs to have, like, Jennifer Lawrence's street style right now, which is, like, The Row. And I don't know what else. I know a lot of The Row. Mm-hmm. But she looks so good right now in her street style. I'm kind of waiting for, like, a Carrie Bradshaw moment.
Oh, like for her?
Yeah, like, who is... Someone in this city with all their wealth has to wear The Row. Anything else?
Well, do you want to talk about Speak Now, Taylor's version?
Have you listened to it?
I have. I haven't listened to it in its entirety, but I've listened to most of it. Mostly because, like, my Spotify, I don't have Spotify Premium, so it's been playing out of order. Oh,
You gotta spring for that $10. You're worth it.
no, I can't.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Oh,
It's so good.
yeah.
How else are you gonna listen to Beyonce's Renaissance front to back like I do every single day?
That's true. That's why you're so confident. It's Beyonce.
Can I just say, like, I've been really trying.
Yeah.
And I'll circle back to speak now. But I know you've been having hobbies. Like, I know you're trying to get into gardening.
Yeah.
You're trying to domesticate yourself. I've been told that you made French toast for yourself the other day.
Wait, French toast? No, that's not true.
Oh.
I made French toast sticks, frozen ones. Who said I made French toast?
Mom? She said you made homemade French toast.
I did not make French toast.
I was told you got into the culinary arts. You were like Gordon Ramsay in the kitchen.
No, I made roast chicken, and I've told you about that. Like once every couple weeks, I might make one thing in the kitchen.
That's a hobby.
Yeah.
How's that gardening going?
Okay, if you really want to know.
I do really want to know.
Not well. So I bought a rose bush. Like just a miniature one. Super cute. It already had like yellow spots on the leaves though. And I was like, oh, I can fix this. You know, I'll learn. I'll get a green thumb. You have to prune roses, apparently. And because we live in such a humid, like, it's been raining a lot. I think it's been like overwatered. I don't know. I think it has some type of like disease in the stem, basically. So it was going really well until I realized that. So now I don't know exactly how to I've pruned it. I figured that out. So I like clipped it or whatever. I have like one single rose from it. And I got garden soil. It was the wrong soil. I was going to make like a little, just like take like a little planter, make like a little herb garden. Not plant it in the ground because, you know, it's a rental. I don't want to like plant anything in the ground.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, I'll just have a little planter outside. It'll be cute. I'll have like some chives, some basil, whatever. Garden soil is only for planting things in the ground. You need potting soil. So it's I've been learning a lot.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's trial and error.
It's a lot of trial and error. Yeah. So I have nothing to show for it just yet, but I'll let you know. I'll let you know when things start growing, if they start growing, if the potting soil works.
Nice. It's kind of like Carrie in that first episode with like the cooking. I feel like I'm her. But I feel like this is you, like in the gardening aspect.
That's how I feel. Yeah.
Which, yeah, in the first episode when Carrie's like, sometimes I have these fantasies of poaching an egg. And sometimes I make salmon. I feel like that's me with cooking.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's like you with gardening.
With gardening. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm just dipping my toes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I wish.
Yeah.
I cannot. I don't have a green thumb. I can't even cook. I need to, I don't know.
I think you can cook. I think you just gotta do it more to get the hang of it. Because you can make the basics. You've cooked things for me. And it's been good.
Thank you.
You have taste. Like you can flavor things. Like you're not, I don't know. Everything you made me hasn't been boring.
I feel like I'm all taste and no talent.
Well, cooking takes practice. It's also, I feel like the easiest thing to cook is chicken. Like I can't cook anything else really.
I'm so afraid to cook chicken.
You know, get yourself a meat thermometer. Then you can always check. That's what I do when I'm paranoid. I'm like, is it 160? And it's usually like 180. Like the temperature will go up. You just got to make sure you're right in the middle and like.
Because I know chicken can like actually kill you.
Yeah, no, I get scared every time I cook chicken. Like every time. So I just use the meat thermometer.
But I digress.
Yeah.
So you've been getting into gardening?
Been trying to.
I've been listening to Beyonce front to back.
Nice.
Also the new Tyler, the Creator. And into that too.
Oh, yes.
Because TikTok has told me, like, I don't know about you, but TikTok feeds me certain things at certain times where it's just like a bundle of the same thing at once.
Yes.
It's like it's trying to send me a message.
Right. Yes, I know what you mean.
And right now it's very much like how to glow up. And it was basically like every TikTok I get now is like, stop listening to Lana Del Rey on repeat and stop being sad. And it's all about what you listen to. And I do agree. I feel more confident if I'm listening to like a Beyonce or a Tyler, the Creator, or even a Speak Now. Like I listened to Speak Now Taylor's version all yesterday morning.
Yeah.
Just saying my little heart out.
Nice.
It's a moment.
Have you seen like the lyric video for for Sparks Fly, by the way?
No.
It's really cool. I don't know if she repurposed some old footage or if she recreated it. It's like, you know, like the original music video?
Mm-hmm.
It's like I don't know if she like just took the video and dubbed her voice over, or if she recreated it and just looks exactly the same as in the same, like but it's literally like a recreation of it. And it's really cool because her voice is like matured. Like you can see how, like, you know what I mean? Like her voice is just so much stronger. And it's like different.
It's better now. It's so much stronger.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the vault tracks?
I liked Foolish One. I thought that was good.
I love Foolish One as a counterpart to Dear John. Because it is like, we've all been there where we're like, we're the one, like, you know, it was kind of what we were talking about in our Speak Now episode of like being 19 and being like, well, I can ace your test. Like I can, you know, be this person, you know, I can be the one that's not like that. But it's like, no, that little voice inside your head, you got to listen to it. And I like that this song actually like verbalizes that.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that too. I was like, oh. Also, I liked Timeless. I liked Electric Touch a lot. I feel like I wish Fall Out Boy was a little more like...
They're hardly on that track.
Yeah, they're barely... I feel like the ones with Fall Out Boy and Hayley Williams, like they're... I know she's there, but it's not like... I guess it's kind of like Ice Spice in a way where there's like facts. You know what I mean? But what are you going to do?
Yeah. I love When Emma Falls in Love. I love the like slight interpolation of Drops of Jupiter.
Yes.
I think that song is really cute.
It is. It's a really sweet song. It's really pretty too.
Yeah.
I like the little piano in there.
I love I Can See You. That's probably like the bop of the vault tracks. The music video just came out too.
Oh, it did?
Yeah, and Taylor Lautner's in it. And it's it's like a museum heist situation. And I'm into it.
That's really fun. I love it. I wanted to see Taylor Lautner come back in some regard.
Oh yeah, I knew.
Yeah.
I knew that it was going to happen.
Well, did you see his tweet that was like, he was like, I'm worried about John Mayer or something. Yeah. He's like, I'm not worried about myself, but I'm worried about him or something. I don't know.
Which, it's so wild talking about like, because we've talked a lot about Speak Now at this point because we just did an episode on it. And, you know, I'm on Swift Talk.
We've spoken
in private. I'm just in that world of Swifties.
Yeah.
The Swifties' hate for John Mayer baffles me. But then I have to remind myself that there's probably so many teenage Swifties and just like crazy people.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, okay, I get why you'd hate John Mayer.
Yeah.
But John Mayer does what he does. He's like the male Che Diaz.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking, is he like Che?
John Mayer is like Che. He does what he wants when he wants.
Yeah.
He comes out with some bops. He can really play the guitar.
Yeah.
You know, every 19-year-old has a brief relationship or situationship with a 30-year-old, realizes it's a bad idea, and then they move on. Que sera, sera.
Yeah. Don't hold on to it, basically. Like,
yeah. I mean, I like how Taylor Swift, you know, sent out a statement, was like, I don't feel the way I did at 19.
Yeah.
So let's not.
Hopefully you wouldn't, you know, hopefully you'd move on.
Yeah. I think Taylor's moved on. We should all
move on.
Yeah. Also, like, style is probably not about Harry Styles.
Yeah. I always forget that they dated. Like, it's such a blip. Like, it's so weird.
It's so weird, too, how there's so many Haylor shippers out there that call them mom and dad. I'm like,
ew.
You're not using this term right.
No. I feel like she's also, like, not old. Like, I know people use those terms, but it's weird.
When they talk about Harry Styles and Taylor Swift like that, it does seem like they're the showrunners of And Just Like That. Trying to, like, make Che happen.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're using the terminology correctly technically, but you're getting it all wrong.
You're getting it wrong. Yeah, it's misplaced.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Taylor Swift, so intelligent. would not be like, I'm going to write a song called Style about Harry Styles.
Yeah.
Let's give her some credit. Like, that's
right.
idiotic.
And was it spelled out in the lyrics? Like, did you capitalize those letters? Because if not, then.
Yeah. Like, this is 101. Mm-hmm. Like, we're at like 501 right now, guys.
Yeah.
Like, Style's probably about a lady. Just saying.
Carly Claus.
Probably about Carly Claus or like Diana Agron or something.
I always forget about her too.
Yeah. I'll be a Gaylor again once 1989 TV comes out. Like right now I'm like,
yeah,
not in that universe, but I'll be a Gaylor
when the time comes.
Yeah, when the time comes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just Taylor Swift's Trade Diaz era. Oh my God, what I do love, though, about Taylor Swift, Brie? Cruel Summer, because of its success on TikTok and Spotify.
Right.
It's like officially a single.
Oh, that's great. I don't understand why it wasn't in the first place. Like, who chose me?
No, I don't know.
Who?
The same people who think style about Harry Styles.
Yeah.
The same wavelength of thinking.
I do enjoy Taylor Swift, but I feel like on the radio, they really don't play her best songs. And then I end up being annoyed by Taylor. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Because most of her songs are hits, but there's a few that are misses. And I feel like they play the misses.
Yeah. What's a miss?
Me.
Look what you made me do.
Yeah, look what she made me do. What is another one that's...
Bad Blood.
Yeah. I mean, that one's okay. But it's like, sometimes I don't understand the commercial. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like other songs deserve more attention, I guess.
I think Cruel Summer, like that's one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs, and it always has been. So I'm really glad. I feel like I've manifested this.
Yes.
So.
And it's summer. It's the perfect time.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm really glad. The bridge is so good. It's a God tier bridge.
And I like how there's like that one part where it sounds kind of like that Olivia Rodrigo song. Like there's some... interpolation there, like it's not Good For You, it's that other one,
Deja Vu.
Yeah,
her best song in my opinion.
Yeah.
Which I'm loving Olivia Rodrigo right now.
Yes, I always love her, but yes,
she's so cool. I want to be her. Talking about a 19-year-old that I just want to be.
I know, like that interview with is it Vogue? Yeah, when they come in and
the questions.
Yeah. I love that her first like album was Carole King, Tapestry.
Yeah. Which
wasn't that your first album too? Kind of like record or no?
My first vinyl that I ever purchased.
Yeah.
So I was like, I have to because I got into Carole King in that album. And
yeah. I loved all her answers too.
So cool. And I love because as soon as we see her, she's wearing that plaid mini dress. Mm-hmm. And in the back of my head, I was like, this looks eerily familiar. But Olivia Rodrigo is such like a cool girly. It's from the Chloe Sevigny sample sale that happened like a couple months ago.
That is awesome.
So cool.
She is really cool.
Yeah. I love her, like the music video for Vampire, which reminds me a little bit of like a 1998 music video.
Ooh.
A little Two Become One by Spice Girls, a little bit, I don't know, Bittersweet Symphony.
Oh.
I'm into it.
I've yet to see it, but
she looks fab.
Yeah. I love her music videos though in general. Like they're always really cool.
And with Deja Vu and Good For You, like Olivia Rodrigo is going to be paying Taylor Swift and Hayley Williams until the day she dies.
I know, right? Oh, maybe they'll collab like on a song or something, like on an album.
Do you think they secretly like hate her?
No, I think they'd be flattered. You would think, right? Didn't Hayley Williams sing with her once, actually, like in concert?
That was Billie Eilish.
Oh,
I feel like Taylor Swift really was into Olivia Rodrigo until she started getting a lot more famous.
Well, Taylor Swift can get over it. Like, I mean, she's like big. Like,
Taylor Swift is a businesswoman.
No one is gonna take away Taylor Swift at this point. You know what I mean? Like, she's established herself. Like, there's no need to be like threatened.
I feel like though that's how you get. I don't know. I think Taylor Swift is a real businesswoman.
Yeah.
So
she definitely is. That's why she probably would collab. I mean, she collabed with Ice Spice. Probably. I mean, Ice Spice is like young and fresh.
But Olivia Rodrigo's coming for Taylor's wig. Ice Spice is not.
Yeah.
Ice Spice is a rapper. Like, she can't be the next Taylor Swift.
Yeah, true. But who's
Olivia
gonna be?
Rodrigo could be.
Yeah. I think Taylor will be fine. She'll think of something.
I don't think she's fine. I think she's petty. Bree, she's petty.
What do you think is going to happen? When she's going to take her down? Like, call her people? Like,
I think in a couple years, we're not going to hear about Olivia Rodrigo.
She's going to disappear. No.
I think there's going to be an expose that comes out in another 10 years that's like Olivia Rodrigo being like, Taylor Swift, believe me. That's my prediction. And like basically silence me out of the music industry. I think as much as I love Taylor Swift, and I can see this aspect of her and myself, I get it. She's a girl who has noted that she didn't have a lot of friends growing up, right?
Right.
And then she had a squad of like model friends. And Lena Dunham.
Yeah.
Who does that? That's the horse girl energy. We know she's petty. People that didn't have friends growing up and then get a lot of fame and wealth and a lot of friends and a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
That's who ends up. That's like the mean girl equation.
Kind of like Katie in Mean Girls. She ends up being the mean girl.
Love Taylor Swift. But I think as much as I love Taylor Swift, I think she is shady to Olivia Rodrigo.
Like something overtly. Like, I don't know. I'm just not aware of this. Like, is it?
Well, I feel like with Deja Vu, she didn't get like a cease and desist letter, but she definitely got like Taylor Swift's people were like, you're obviously ripping off Cruel Summer, or you're obviously like sampling it in some way or interpolating it in some way.
Yeah.
Pay us. Taylor Swift, if she wasn't, well, you can either view this as really business savvy or really mean girl or both. I like to think it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
But like as Taylor Swift, who has all the money in the world, whatever, she could have just been like, I'm flattered.
Yeah.
And pivoted.
And yeah, I hear what you're saying.
But, you know, word on the streets is that she also called up Hayley Williams and was like, she's Olivia Rodrigo's ripping off your song. You got to get that coin. You know, like, I feel like because you would see before Taylor Swift leaning into the mother with Olivia Rodrigo being like chummy. Yeah. And then it stopped. Huh. Like, I get Olivia Rodrigo wanting to make it on her own.
Yeah.
But I do think there's some fishiness going on.
Interesting. Well, I know that like Olivia Rodrigo is also not shy about her influences. So it's not like she's saying, I just came up with this riff or this like, you know, like she's not like, she's like, oh yeah, I'm heavily inspired by Taylor Swift and Hayley Williams, right? So it's not like a secret, like, because, you know, some artists are out there that do rip off others, don't give them homage. So it's like, I don't know. Also with interpolation, I wonder how that all works. Like, I know there's like legal things, but I think Olivia Rodrigo and her people to cover that were like, we'll just give you credit. Yeah. Because like, you don't want that fight. Right. But is credit not enough, you think, is what you're saying? Like, I don't know exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying I think that like Olivia Rodrigo, I hope she succeeds as her own separate entity. I hope so too. Because I feel like Taylor Swift and that ego side of Taylor Swift probably doesn't want someone with the potential to be as successful as her to get in the way. Yeah. But how high can you rise? Like Taylor Swift, I feel like she's at a high right now. We've seen her at several high, but I feel like she's literally at the peak of her career. Like, how can she get any higher after Eras Tour? You know what I mean? Like, she's done so much. She's recorded so many albums. She's re-recording her albums. She's taking control of her songs and everything. But like, how much more power can you get? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's true, but also like we know her fear. She's expressed in her songs. Yeah, like, she doesn't want to be an elder statesman. Yeah. So I don't know where you go from that. I'm sure somewhere. Like, she's not, like, Taylor Swift is not disappearing. Yeah. No, I don't think so. So as much as I love her, I'm interested to see
after the Eras tour, after the re-records.
Yes.
Are people going to... Like, I think we're in a world where Taylor Swift and Olivia Rodrigo can exist together.
Totally.
I think it'll just be interesting to see how Taylor Swift reacts to it.
Right.
Because she is in a point where she can be very cool, or she can pull petty Taylor. Like, there's two sides of the coin.
Yeah.
She can either be condescending and, like, innocent Taylor, or, like, mean Taylor.
Yeah.
Like the song.
Like the song, yeah.
Or she could be, like, anti-hero, or, like, she could be, you know.
Right, self-aware and just, or not let it bother her.
Yeah, or just ready to be whatever she wants to be. But I feel like as much as, like, we as fans have an interpersonal relationship with her, we don't know her.
Right.
And I think that's when there's so many contradictory things that are coming out, or that are already out about her. It's like, I know that you can be nuanced and complex and be both things.
Yeah.
But is Taylor Swift just like a petty, ruthless, mean person? Or is she a lot more funny and nice? And, you know, she can be both.
Yeah, she probably is a bit of both, I would think.
I don't think so. It just depends on how she handles things.
Yeah.
Because obviously, like, in her 20s, I just don't want another bad blood situation, or look what you made me do. I can't handle it as a Swiftie. I'm ready to bolt.
Oh my gosh.
So sorry for that rant.
You draw the line. You're like, nope, I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh, bad blood too.
Yeah, no, we can't. Unless instead of Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator comes on the remix.
Oh.
I'll get a new sign of respect for her. I'll be like, Team Taylor.
That'd be cool.
Taylor's so interesting because I'm like, I love her and I hate her at the same time.
Yeah. That's how I feel.
But I'll throw myself in front of a bus for her, so. It's just her and Shay Diaz's world, and we're just living in it.
Oh. Wow.
We're on music, Brie. So you have in this doc, have you been listening to some Doja Cat?
Oh, yeah. I've listened to her new single, and I like it. I like her. I like the sound, and I like the music video. Like, I like her just kind of taking, I don't know, just like a new direction, I guess, and just addressing her haters or whatever. Just being like, I don't know. I just think she's really cool. And I like her red hair. I like her sass. I'm excited for this era of Doja Cat because, like, I feel like her music is very, like, chill to listen to. And this is she kind of pops off on this song a lot. And
it reminds me a lot of, like, a 90s, like, Arrested Development song, or not a Tribe Called Quest, but it's definitely, like, a little more Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah, she, like, sings and she kind of rap. Like, it's like, I don't know. I just think she's so cool. I love Doja Cat. I know she's, like, she appears to be, like, a bit of a mess, or just kind of wild, like a wild child. Like, you know, she's, like, out there just shaving her head and her eyebrows. But I love that.
I think that's cool. I don't think that's a mess. I like it all.
No, I like it all. Yeah. I love the trench coat she wears in the music video. Like, I just love her style. I don't know. I just love seeing, like, an artist grow and go through, you know, changes. I don't know. I'm just excited to see what she has coming out because I love all her other albums. So I'm along for the ride.
I know you're a big Doja Cat fan, and I've never really I've never dipped my toes into the Doja Cat, but what are the must listen to?
Oh gosh.
That aren't the big hits. I've listened to Kiss Me More. I know that song.
Right. Yeah, those ones I'm like, they're good, but whatever.
I've heard Moo, so we don't need to recommend that either.
Recommending Moo.
I really like that, like, Get Into It.
I like Get Into It. Yeah.
I like the song from Elvis.
I was going to say the song from Elvis is, like, it goes so hard. Like, it doesn't have to, but it
leaves no crumbs.
It leaves no crumbs. But I like some of her older stuff too. Like, oh gosh, what is that one song?
Speaking of, like, raunchy comedies, like No Hard Feelings, every time I see, or, like, I listen to, like, Go to Town, I think's the song called.
Yeah.
That song is in the movie Good Boys.
What?
And I just always think about that and how wild that is. Just subject matter wise. Can you see my foot on the screen?
No, you can't.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to?
No. No foot pics. I've learned that from you, Brie.
Yeah. I mean, I really like her Planet Her album. I really like her, like I said, like her older stuff, like So High. That was like 2014, I think. Tia Tamera, Rico Nasty. I don't know if you've heard that song. Right. I don't know.
I like that song.
I like that song a lot. And
Anything,
the music.
Oh, go ahead.
The music video. Have you seen the music video?
Yeah. Well, anything with Rico Nasty, I'm into.
Yeah. Yeah, that song slaps. Obviously there's Juicy, but I feel like that's Bottom Bitch. You know that one.
Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Well, that one's a good one. No Police. What's the other one? There's like one more that was on the tip of my tongue. Oh yeah, Roll With Us. But a lot of stuff from like 2014, I guess, like just, I don't know. I'm into her like first couple albums, I guess, or singles.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I feel like she was really onto something. I mean, even with Moo, I knew there was something going on there. I'm like, she's got something. Like her cheekiness, her humor.
Oh yeah, her wordplay.
Her wordplay.
It's very cool.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited to see what else she's like. What's, you know, the future of Doja Cat.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Yeah,
I've been invested in her for a bit ever since she wore that red get up.
Yeah,
you couldn't see her face. I've been
love that. Yeah, she's very avant-garde. Like she's very interesting. Like as an artist, like she's not too shy to like just get into it.
She's the queen of like the pivot. Like I know we've talked about before, like the pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like the Moo thing was interesting because she like was like, well, I know how to get attention.
Yeah.
Which I guess is what the single's talking about. So
true. Yeah.
Good for Doja Cat.
Good for her.
So is this the song of the summer or is it Padam Padam?
Oh my God, yes. That song's sort of grown on me. It just feels like, it doesn't feel like it's like it came out this year. It feels like something from like the 90s. Like it has that beat to it that you're like, wait a minute.
The heartbeat, like Padam Padam.
The heartbeat, yeah.
It is the heartbeat of a nation right now, and I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Anything Kylie, I love.
That's what I'm saying. Is Kylie Minogue, like, I don't know. I'm here for a Kylie Minogue-assance.
She's never left.
No.
She's, like, so cool. I love her.
Same.
And all the gays love her.
Yeah. And she knows it.
Oh, yeah. She's like the, what's the word? The patron saint?
Patron saint of the gays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does it for the girls and the gays. And that's who
mm-hmm.
That's who you do it for. Like,
right?
That's what life is all about.
Amen.
Anything else? Do you have any thoughts on Greta Gerwig potentially directing the Chronicles of Narnia for Netflix?
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like the Chronicles of Narnia are like a lot of things that should just stay in the past. I mean, obviously, if Greta Gerwig is involved, I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Color me curious.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm like, ooh. But I'm also like, why? Like, who cares? Like, who cares about the Narnia right now? Not me. Like, I always enjoyed the series, but I was never like, I'm like, here nor there. Like, you know, there's a goat man. Tilda Swinton. How are you going to recreate, like, certain elements of the cast? Like, Jim Broadbent is in the original. How are you going to get him back?
Well, you better.
You better.
We're like the Jim Broadbent hive, and if they can't bring it back, I don't want it.
You know what I mean? I just feel like it was cast very well, and it was like, for the time that it was in, it felt right. People were into fantasy.
It was a Harry Potter type of deal.
Yeah.
I'm so not into it. I think I'm into Greta Gerwig doing Barbie.
Yeah.
I was into her doing Little Women. I want her to do like another Lady Bird situation. I don't want Greta Gerwig to get so lost in IP that she becomes, because she's such a great director.
Right.
I don't want it to get lost in the sauce, you know?
Right. Or just like recreating things. Like, I do like the adaptation of Little Women, but like, how many things do we need to resurrect? Like,
we're past that now. We have to have new and fresh things.
Yes.
And Greta Gerwig it's not like she's going to save us. Her and Jennifer Lawrence are going to save us. But like, she has the potential to write and direct like another Lady Bird.
Yeah.
I would rather see some more of that than a Narnia.
Right. I feel like we're like close to like a reboot of like Twilight or something. You know what I mean? It's going to be Greta Gerwig. Just put her in charge of everything.
Oh my god.
I mean, I'm sure it would probably be better.
Who's Bella?
Jennifer Lawrence. No, I don't know.
Jennifer Lawrence is so Anna Kendrick.
She's everyone.
She's Edward and Jacob.
True, yeah.
I'd be here for that, to be honest. A Twilight with Jennifer Lawrence playing all the parts.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah, we gotta get some new things.
We do. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I am excited for Barbie, though.
I am too. Well, stay tuned because,
Yeah.
Also, I love how we're like basically a nostalgia podcast / just like pop culture. Like we're
like, don't give us any of that.
I feel like the whole point of our podcast is like things from the past were so great. We were too young to talk about them. Let's talk about them now.
Yeah.
And things right now are not the same.
It's not the same. Quit trying to recreate the match.
But it's also
we're kind of.
But on the other side of the coin, we're also like, we need new it girls.
Yeah.
We're not going to talk about them, but we need new ones to do our fantasy castings.
Right? Well, they need to step up. Where are they?
It's Jennifer Lawrence or bust, Brie. It's Jennifer Lawrence and Olivia Rodrigo.
Mm-hmm. I feel like Olivia Rodrigo could maybe be like an actor. Like,
well, she started on Disney Channel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting.
Get her and Greta Gerwig.
Yes.
Do a Lady Bird situation with Olivia Rodrigo.
I think that would work really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do it. Or just reboot Twilight again. Just whatever.
Olivia Rodrigo.
As long as she's in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I could see her doing a Decode-esque song for the soundtrack and slaying.
Mm-hmm. Timothy Chalamet is Edward.
And Bella. Just that I would see.
Oh, Lord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know how to wrap this up. I don't know what else to say.
I know. What else? If only we were as cool as Olivia Rodrigo, we'd have like a fun, be like, well, gotta go to Chloe Sevigny's.
Gotta go to her sale.
Her sale,
her sample sale.
Gotta blast.
Gotta blast.
Well,
Jimmy Neutron.
We will see you next week.
Yes. Thanks so much for listening. Give us a rating and review on iTunes.
And yeah, we'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.